everybody. Welcome back to another episode of TeaLimePie. This is where we read Reddit stories and your submitted stories about ghosts and ghost stories and things like that, the paranormal, and then we discuss. I myself am a skeptic, and my friend Coffee Ghostea here is a believer and resident ghost paranormal expert. So we got a couple good stories for you this time.
Well, hopefully. I don't know. I just read the titles and
Oh, fair enough.
still trying to keep the element of surprise a little bit. So
I read full disclosure, I read 2 of them.
Okay.
The 2 that were submitted because
fair enough.
You gotta make sure that shit's locked down.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
I believe Ghostea is starting us off today.
Yeah, we're gonna start with sleep paralysis demon licked me in the ear. I mean, you can't ignore a title like that. All right. I live in Georgia now, moved out here 4 years ago from Texas. I've had sleep paralysis on and off my whole life since I was a kid. Never actually seeing any figures, but just knowing it's there. I took a trip with some friends to a men's retreat on the side of this mountain in North Carolina when I first got here. It was hard adjusting, moving across the country. It was the first time I've ever done something like that, so I was under quite a bit of stress emotionally trying to get my footing in a new environment. The first night we were there, I walk into my cabin with a bunch of different guys I've never met. There was no AC, and it was the dead of summer. We were sweating our balls off.
Uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable. Everyone's laying down, and I'm on the top bunk. One of my close friends is beneath me, dead asleep. I fall asleep to the sound of a box fan on the ground. Come 3 a.m., I wake up and can't move. The box fan is making this warped, whooshing sound, and I knew what it was. I was paralyzed. That's not what you want to wake up to.
Yeah, that's horrible.
My eyes are open, the room is dark, and out of the peripheral of my eye, I see someone standing there looking directly at me, an extremely dark figure. He's speaking in some foreign language at me. I had never felt more terrified, and for some reason, I could see his tongue coming out of his pitch black face. I don't know how to say this or how to describe how it felt, but I could literally feel this long demonic language. Speaking tongue go into my ear as if to terrorize me by saying it could do whatever it wanted with me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I have dealt with sleep paralysis on and off my entire life, I've learned a few things to combat it when I feel it onset. 1, don't fight it. 2, internally say the name Jesus, because we all know you can't speak when you're under the spell of paralysis. And wait. I'm not on here trying to evangelize anyone. This shit is scary, but for some reason, the name of Jesus always loosens the grip on the paralysis, even if you don't audibly speak his name. Anyways, the best advice I can give to anyone is if you're feeling it come on while you're asleep, do not fight it. It only makes it stronger. There's no more on the demon?
Yeah. Did he ever come back?
I don't know. Wait, I need more information. Wait.
So, sleep paralysis, it's all in their head, right? It's their mind. Okay, so she had to, in some kind of way, think about this thing licking her ear.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's any comments with more questions, but not really. When was this? 6 days ago. So I wonder, the whole tongue coming out of pitch black kind of makes me think of those prank YouTube TikToks where the people paint themselves in the darkness and then just their face is showing up.
Yeah.
To freak someone out. I'm like, was somebody just doing that? It would be really fucked up for them to lick her ear, but That's all I can picture.
Imagine it was literally just a prank and someone just like
That would be terrible. I'd almost prefer the demon at that point.
I almost spat out my water at the cash register at work reading the title.
Oh no. Oh, that's awful though.
Like, of all the things, that's like the ultimate wet willy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, being in like a different environment, you're stressed out, like, and you're a bunch of different, like,
Sweating your balls off.
yeah. And there's only one person. It's not like only one person was a friend of theirs, so they didn't know anybody
Yeah.
else. So like I think that stress probably set it off. But what a demon to.
It's so fucking gross. I wonder, like, if you woke up, would you immediately like check your ear? I wonder if she checked her ear. I wonder if it was wet.
Oh my god, yeah, I would.
And if it was wet, then we have a different kind of problem.
For sure. I would immediately leave that retreat.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. The ultimate wet willy is just getting me. I can't. But I mean, in the comments, it looks like they don't deal with the sleep paralysis much anymore, which is good. I'm happy for them.
Oh, that's good.
So hopefully no more.
I couldn't imagine having sleep paralysis. Like,
Me
real talk?
neither. Oh god.
I would be crapping my pants the entire time. I would, like, that's just, that ain't it for me. I'm good.
I don't think I could ever go to sleep again.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, there's I was hoping for more information than that, but
Yeah.
there's some hopefully helpful tips on how to combat.
I mean, how much information can you have?
Yeah.
Like, out of an experience of ear licking.
Yeah.
Like, really, do you want them to go into detail about like how it felt?
No, like, how long was it there? Like, did it just like lick her ear and like disappear?
Its tongue in her ear and like waited. Just like standing beside her bed for like a half an hour with his tongue in her ear.
Yeah, how long did she have to deal with it?
Imagine. After like 20 minutes, I'd be like, okay, bro.
Go.
Just go.
Go bother someone else.
It stopped being funny 10 minutes ago.
There's plenty of other people in this cabin. Like, go bother them.
Oh, that's so gross.
And like, did she tell anybody when, like, the next morning? Like, what did anyone else see anything? Like, this is the information I want.
Did anybody else see the floating guy with the tongue?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, that was just Cheryl. She likes to pull pranks.
Fucking Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Cheryl, keep your tongue in your mouth.
Yeah. Moral of the story: just stop.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
All right, what do we have next?
Okay, this is a submitted story by Altered Entertainment. It was written by someone named Say on a news website. So it's called NASA Engineer Claims Demon Attacked Him, the Bill Vale story. So apparently this story has been on like TV and like it doesn't go into too much detail in this article, but apparently like a lot of research has been done on this topic. So if you guys are like super curious about it, go look it up. It's apparently a very popular story.
Heck yeah.
So I'm just gonna read the article. I did not write this.
Let's go.
So, many paranormal stories face criticism due to credibility issues. This often stems from either a lack of credible source or insufficient collaborating evidence. Yeah, sorry. Corroborating evidence, not collaborating.
They're basically the same thing.
We got this. Such as witnesses or visual documentation. However, the story presented here distinguishes itself by the highly credible witness and a NASA robotics engineer named Bill Vale, supported by accounts from his family who were present at the time. Furthermore, there is limited footage capturing the strange events described. Bill Vale, renowned for his scientific mindset and technical career, spent 15 years working as a robotics engineer at NASA. After a life-altering separation from his wife in 2002, Bill relocated to Arlington, Texas, seeking a fresh start closer to his brother. He took a job at his brother's water purification company, which, though a different from his previous work, provided comfort in the familiarity of family. During his time in Arlington, a bizarre series of events unfolded. It began when Bill volunteering for a weekend house call as a demonstration of the water purification system. The homeowner had requested his presence precisely 5 o'clock. Arriving a bit early, Bill was met with a faint sound of women's screams from inside the slightly ajar front door. Despite his unease, he approached the house, knocked, and entered, only discovering the scene of a ritualistic chanting and a woman's warnings to leave.
Yeah, just run. With that,
Yeah, you
just
don't
go.
stick around. I don't think I would have entered the house.
No, for sure.
Like, I don't want to say if I heard someone screaming, I would turn around and leave. Because, like, if someone was in danger, I guess I'd want to help, but, like, that's spooky.
Yeah, I think I might, like, call emergency before
instead of
entering the
going in there.
house, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unsettled, Bill left, called off any future visits, and pushed the incident from his mind. However, strange occurrences continued. He experienced a fleeting sight in his home, and then his bed inexplicably shook, which he attributed to phenomena like earthquakes or military jets. A bizarre voice interrupted his call with customer service, leaving both him and the operator bewildered. Disturbed by these incidents, Bill couldn't shake off his growing unease. As the night wore on, more unsettling events transpired. A sensation of something moving under his bed, chilling hand reaching out, barely missing his foot, and a glass bottle hurled in his direction, accompanied by a sudden power outage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Bill, overwhelmed by fear, reached out to his brother Bob for support and reassurance.
Brother Bob.
Good old Bob. In a determined bid to confront the unsettling phenomena, Bill decided to remain in his house that night. He set this. Oh, this all happened in like one day.
Oh God. It's a lot for one day.
Yeah. He set the stage with upbeat music and bright lights, hoping to create a positive atmosphere. As he sat with knees drawn up, strange and deafening crashes suddenly echoed through the air, as if a truck was ramming into his house.
Oh my God.
Alarmed, Bill rushed outside, only to find no evidence of any damage or collision.
Yikes.
Returning inside, he was met with similar crash, this time orienting from within the house. Rushing to the scene, he discovered no damage and no apparent cause for the commotion. Determined to challenge the presence tormenting him, Bill began shouting at it, demanding it to reveal itself. The crashes persisted, growing louder, causing Bill to storm upstairs to his bedroom where the source of the noise seemed to originate. But there he encountered an unnerving silence devoid of any logical explanation for the cacophony, good word, he had just experienced. Exhausted and unsettled, Bill eventually returned to his room, leaving lights on and the radio playing. As he tried to find comfort, he heard shuffling noises beneath his bed. Fear intensified as a shadowy 6-foot-tall figure emerged from the foot of his bed. This creature, marked by its ominous black form and prominent tooth, just one tooth,
little snaggle tooth going on.
See, I would be scared until that point.
Yeah.
I can't get that picture out of my head now.
I'm just picturing like the classic like mountain hillbilly, like missing teeth, like overalls.
Yeah, is it like one like snaggle tooth, or is it like a pointy like vampire one tooth? Like, or is it just a guy who did too many drugs?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay. A prominent tooth approached Bill with jerky movements, only to vanish moments later. These terrifying encounters persisted, leaving Bill with unexplained scratches on his chest and repeated hospitalizations due to extreme stress.
Poor guy.
Despite undergoing exorcisms on his house, the relentless activity persisted, driving Bill to conduct extensive research on demons and exorcisms. He began to suspect that the woman he encountered during the initial house call might have deliberately targeted him to become a host for malevolent entities. He speculated that her intent was to transfer the demonic presence to him during their encounter. Even after 2 exorcisms, the haunting activity did not cease. Bill's enduring motivation to remain in the house stems from his desire to prevent another person from experiencing the same horrors. I would not stay.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
I cannot believe he still lives there.
Oh.
I don't think any sane person would still live there.
No. That poor guy.
Despite credibility of his account and the overwhelming evidence, it's baffling to consider why Bill hasn't chosen to leave his house after enduring 18 years of traumatic encounters.
Bro, okay, that's a little long. I thought maybe like a year of this, maybe trying to like sort it out. What the heck? Bill.
While his decision might not be universally relatable or at all, the story remains an intriguing blend of paranormal and human determination. The credibility of the story gains weight from Bill's esteemed background as a NASA robotics engineer, because engineers can't be crazy.
Right, yeah. Because he was smart, we believe him. But if he was an idiot, what? Oh my god.
Is that my issue my whole life? Is that why people never believe me? Because I'm dumb?
You're not a robotics engineer, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
His skepticism and corroborating evidence from his family members contribute to the enigmatic nature of this account. We invite you to share your thoughts on the perplexing tale, whether you believe it as a genuine experience or phenomenon with a more rational explanation. Your insights are highly valued, and they add depth to the exploration of this captivating narrative. Ta-da!
I don't know if that's determination or just mostly
stupid.
If burn.
things are actually, this is why I don't believe in this stuff. Because, like, if this was actually happening to you, if this little, like, there's a picture here of this little demon thing.
Yeah.
If it was actually happening to you, like, why would you stay? Why would you stay?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he still lives there. Everything's from at least like 2 years ago, so I don't know if he's still there.
Well, he was there for 18.
Damn. That's so long.
Yeah.
No way.
There are no comments on this one because it's a news article.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't believe this at all. I would really like to go and like watch the episode of whatever show this was on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are pictures here of him on said show, but I don't know which one it is or whatever.
Yeah.
But we can link the article in the description on
Oh, for sure.
here if anybody wants to read it.
Yeah, because there's like linked stuff for videos.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't
Love
know
it.
why he would stay there if not to like get articles and like people to show up
Yeah.
and do stuff. I don't know. It's a long time. It's a long time.
I don't buy it. I don't buy that because he's a NASA engineer. He can't be lying.
Yeah. That's so crazy to say. Because he worked at NASA.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you're an astronaut that you have to go through like extensive mental evaluations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he was an engineer. Like, he's not going out into space. He's just doing calculations.
True, yeah, he's just working on some robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's wild, though. So,
Yep.
like, if he thinks the lady was targeting him specifically, did his ex-wife, like, hire her to...
That's a good question. Like, why were you just like, fuck this water purification company?
Yeah. Also,
That's
I
a
love
good
that
question.
his name is Bill and his brother is Bob.
Bill
and Bob!
Never thought of that.
It just sounds like, if it wasn't an official article and it was on Reddit, I'd be like, wait.
Yeah.
Bill and Bob, really?
The subtitle of this article is Satanic Warfare Tactics of the Demonic.
He's there fighting the war.
Somebody really believes in their job.
Yeah. All right, our third and last story for today is another kind of goofy one I found. It's titled Ghost Didn't Like the Decoration.
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
I think we said this in a previous episode that, like, if I was a ghost and I didn't like something about the people I was haunting, burnt biscuits.
Yep, exactly. All right. Oh, this starts out great. This is probably such a lame story, but it still baffles my whole family to this day. They know.
Perfect. Let's read it.
Yeah. I'm from Germany, where people aren't particularly inclined to believe in ghosts or the supernatural. Germans generally prefer logical explanations for strange events and don't really embrace things like Halloween or horror movies. You're gonna tell me you're speaking for the whole country. Nobody watches horror movies.
Not a single person in Germany.
So when something weird happens, the usual response is a shrug, and it is what it is. That's why it's so surprising that even my family ended up saying, okay, maybe it was a ghost. I grew up in a very old house. My parents still live there, actually. It dates back to the 1910s, though the interior has been renovated several times. Despite the updates, the house still has a spooky vibe, especially at night.
I remember many of my childhood friends were too scared to go to the bathroom after dark. It became a bit of a running joke. Over the years, small, strange things would happen. Magnets would fall off the fridge for no reason. Pictures would tumble from the walls. But we'd brush it off, muttering, it is what it is. Then one night, something happened that we just couldn't explain. My mom had this steel sign in the kitchen. It was one of those funny ones that said you take 1 glass of wine and pour it into the cook.
Yeah, like a recipe. Like you take 1 glass of wine and you pour it into the cook.
Gotcha. She kept it at the far end of the kitchen counter where it was completely secure. No way it could have fallen on its own. One night, about 10 years ago, we heard a loud metallic clatter. The next morning, we noticed the sign was missing. It wasn't on the counter. It wasn't on the floor. It hadn't fallen behind the counter either. Our counters were sealed to the wall with silicone, so that was impossible. It was just gone. Oh my god. Okay. For years, my parents couldn't find that sign. My mom would occasionally joke, the ghost took it. I think this house might be haunted. It became one of those funny but baffling family stories that we'd laugh about but never understood. Fast forward to last year, my parents had to replace their dishwasher, so they pulled the old one out, and guess what they found? The steel sign. It was lying behind the dishwasher. Here's the thing, the dishwasher was on the other side of the kitchen. The counters are sealed, and there's no logical way the sign could have moved across the room and ended up there. To this day, we have no idea how it happened. Maybe the ghost didn't like the sign? Who knows? I get that it's not the most thrilling ghost story, but sometimes it's the little inexplicable things that stick with you.
I thought this was going to be like Christmas decorations.
Yeah, same. Or like party. They were throwing a party or something. Yeah.
I have a feeling the dad didn't like the sign.
I was going to say dad, if they had any siblings or anything, somebody didn't like it.
Oh no, it was the ghost.
Yeah. You can easily like still pull out a dishwasher from where it is and stick something behind there. Like it's not nailed to the floor or anything. That's funny though. They didn't say.
Yeah, no, that was just someone who didn't like the sign.
For sure. And one of the comments is, did they end up hanging the sign back up? And Opie doesn't know. Like, dang it. You gotta have these answers.
Come on, Opie.
Just text your mom real quick. Is the sign
back up? We need updates.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing else interesting in their comments, but yeah. Yeah, there's no way it just a ghost shifted it like somebody didn't like it. Although everything else that kept falling off the walls, that's interesting. What else was there? Like
magnets losing their magnetic
the pictures falling off the walls, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. See, that could be chalked up to like, I don't know, like micro earthquakes or whatever.
Oh, I mean, would they feel that? Maybe, I don't know. I've never experienced an earthquake.
Me neither.
Wow. Yeah, that poor mom. It's like, that's my sign telling me that I deserve a glass of wine. Where did it go? I can't have any
Mom
wine.
thought she was being cheeky.
Yeah.
Jokes on her, and nobody else liked it.
Yeah. Get this shit out of here.
All right, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you like our content and you want to check out more, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And definitely make sure to leave recommendations for what you want to hear. If you have any ghost stories that you want us to read out loud on one of our episodes. Yes. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.
Sweet dreams.